Hero or villain, these guys know how to start a bloodbath. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 violent cartoon characters. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at characters from Western animation that are well known for busting heads. As such, be on the lookout for a few spoilers down the line, as well as some mature content.
Fortunately, such moments pass quickly. Quick strike, scrap him.
Number 10, the Scotsman, Samurai Jack.
Aye, you got a lot of pep for a wee laddie.
In a future dominated by the evil that is Aku, you would have thought the most beastly thing out there would be one of his many robotic or alien minions. But nope, that honor goes to this kilt-wearing fellow who likely hails from the Highlands. Feared warrior as well as one of Jack's closest allies, the Scotsman loves nothing more than to start a brawl. Armed with his own magic sword, a machine gun in place of a leg, and a mean set of bagpipes, there is no meaner Scot than him. Well, other than his bonny lass, that is.
How you doing, Puddle Ducky?
This rescue stinks!
Number 9, Azula, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Put them somewhere I'll never have to see their faces again, and let them rot!
Unlike other princesses, Azula doesn't spend her days being pampered in palaces. She prefers turning peasants to ash. A master manipulator, infiltrator, and all-around badass when it comes to firebending. Her accomplishments include bringing down the city of Ba Sing Se, turning Zuko back to the dark side, and in essence, killing the Avatar, albeit briefly. Selfish in her wants and relentless in her pursuits, she would happily burn down the whole world should it suit her ends.
It's okay. You can laugh. It's funny.
And that was all before she started to lose her mind. Number 8, Eric Cartman, South Park.
Eric, you get your butt to bed!
No means no, Bill Cosby.
Granted, he may not be the most physically intimidating resident of the quiet little mountain town, but if there's one thing Eric Cartman's good at, it's bringing about violence and death. He nearly brought death to all Jews in South Park by inciting hatred, got a woman to kill herself with just a phone call, and even managed to take control of the world-ending Cthulhu. Of course, his most infamous moment came when Cartman arranged for Scott Tenorman's parents to be killed, turned into chili, and unknowingly fed to Scott in an act of revenge. Damn.
I made you eat your parents. Nya, 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 nya. Jesus Christ, dude.
Number 7, Tom and Jerry, the Tom and Jerry franchise. These two have been at each other's throats for decades now, and while their scraps may not exactly be the bloodiest, they certainly do not hesitate to knock the stuffing out of each other. This is especially true of Tom the cat, who more often than not ends up on the receiving end of Jerry the Mouse's brutal comebacks. Sliced apart, crushed, beaten up, set on fire, even caught in an explosion. This pussycat has endured some pretty harsh punishments over the years. But to be fair, he usually started it. Number 6, Carnage, Spider-Man the Animated Series.
I hate having my meals interrupted.
What do you get when you take a mass murderer and add an alien symbiote to the mix? A whole pile of dead bodies, that's what. While he was a sick SOB all by his lonesome, Cletus Cassidy absorbed the spawn of Venom, becoming a whole new kind of monster.
We're gonna wreak glorious carnage throughout the land!
With all of Spider-Man's powers, plus the nasty tendency to turn his tendrils into weapons, Carnage quickly established himself as one of the webhead's most dangerous adversaries, not to mention the most psychotic.
My, aren't we inhospitable?
Number 5, the Joker, Batman the Animated Series.
You shouldn't have made Captain Clown mad.
The Clown Prince of Crimes has enough deaths on his hands to fill whole graveyards, and while he doesn't tend to be as blunt with his kills compared to the rest of Batman's rogues gallery, he's certainly not afraid to get his hands dirty.
You know, kids, we've got an item here no home should be without. the laughter-activated electric chair.
Whether it's with his signature laughing gas, a whole assortment of deadly gags, or one of his many ingenious death traps, the Joker certainly knows how to combine theatrics with murder. He's not above using sharks as a means to try and kill the Dark Knight.
Oh, you never could take a joke.
Number 4, Itchy and Scratchy, The Simpsons. What if Tom and Jerry ditched their usual routine and tried literally butchering each other? You might get something resembling these two. In a rather brutal parody, the subjects of Bart and Lisa's favorite cartoon show spend each episode finding new and creative ways to kill one another off. More specifically, we get to see how many ways Scratchy can be dismembered, devoured, and just downright destroyed. One of the most successful running gags in the Simpsons franchise, the furry duo seems to get more bloodthirsty with every season. Number 3, Rick Sanchez, Rick and Morty.
Wow! What the hell? What happened back there?
Why don't you ask the smartest people in the universe, Jerry? Oh yeah, you can't. They blew up.
While traversing across space, time, and a whole plethora of dimensions, one constant has become abundantly clear over the course of this hit series. Cross Rick Sanchez and you are going to die, in a rather gruesome fashion.
I'm defeated!
What's happening?
Whether it's to protect himself and Morty, or just for the sake of it, it's bound to be bloody and oh so hilarious. Try to steal his work, he'll blow you up. Try to molest his grandson, he'll blast you into 1,000 pieces. Inconvenience him during a mission, prepare to lose your head. Number 2, Brock Samson, The Venture Brothers. They don't call him the walking Swedish murder machine for nothing. As the bodyguard of Rusty Venture, you'd expect him to get into a few slugfests given how many supervillains his charge seems to attract. What might come as a shock, though, is just how good he is at turning them all into a red stain. Due to his immense strength and ungodly endurance, Brock can take an untold amount of punishment and still keep on ripping people apart, which is something he prefers to do with his bare hands. Well, at least he loves his work. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
You made it sound like you were going to...
Oh, White Rabbit, I know you're there. If you're not out in 10 seconds, I'll blast you out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I am a warrior. Let the battle be joined.
Number 1, Flippy, Happy Tree Friends. Aw, look at this little guy. How could anything so cute and cuddly be? Oh God, oh God. As an Army veteran suffering from an extreme case of PTSD, Flippy more than lives up to his name. As in each of his episode appearances, he flips out. This is soon followed by a murderous rampage where he brutally kills any other living creature in his path. Whether he's using his own paws or his handy knife, when you see that look in Flippy's eye, you'd better get the hell out of Dodge.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.